Right, so we're going to look at surface area of a sphere, and the formula is 4 pi r squared. So this is for Hegarty video on task 588. Obviously you can watch the video as well there, but this should help you do that task. So we've got a sphere. You'll notice it'll just have little dotted lines around so you can tell it's a sphere rather than a circle, so it's 3D rather than 2D. So to do the surface area, we do 4 pi r squared. So 4 times pi times 6 squared, because the radius is 6. Remember, if we are leaving it in terms of pi, we can just do the 6 squared times 4, giving you 144 pi. So if it's in terms of pi, you can do that. You do not need to have a fancy calculator to do that. And then we do 144 times pi and gives an answer of 452.4. So 452.4 centimetres squared, because we're doing surface area. You have a go. Pause the video and have a go at that one. So surface area is 4 pi r squared, which is 4 times pi times 5 squared. The radius of this is 5. 5 squared is 25 times 4 is 100, so we can write it as 100 pi, or we can put that in our calculator. 100 times pi, which is 3.14.2 centimetres squared. So, slight difference. Still a sphere, still has to do the surface area. The only difference is this time I'm given the diameter. The diameter is 12, and we've done enough of these now. We should know that the radius is 6. So, surface area is 4 pi r squared. So we've got 4 times pi times 6 squared. We'll notice that's the same as the above, so 144 pi, which is 452.4 centimetres squared. So those two are actually the same sphere. Right, you have a go at this one. Surface area equals 4 pi r squared. D equals 20, so r equals 10. So we're doing 4 times pi times 10 squared, which is 400 pi. Put that into my calculator. (1,256.6 centimetres squared). So the first questions in the task will be like those. Some will be decimal places, some will be in terms of pi. Then we'll have ones that are half a sphere, which is called a hemisphere. So we've got this outside bit here that we will, so the surface area of a hemisphere is half that of a sphere. So it is 2 pi r squared. So that will give you this bit I've shaded in green here. So the surface area is 2 pi r squared, but you'll also notice that there is this so we'll notice this pink part here is a circle, so we'll have to add pi r squared onto that. So we've got 2 pi r squared and another pi r squared. So to work out this, I've got 3 pi r squared. The diameter is 20, the radius is 10, so I've got 3 times pi times 10 squared, which is 300 pi. Pop that in my calculator, getting an answer of 942.5 centimetres squared. So just to go over that, this green part here is a hemisphere. Half of a hemisphere is half of 4 pi r squared, which is 2 pi r squared. The part that I've shaded in pink is a circle, and area of a circle is pi r squared. So to make that easier to deal with, I could deal with it like this, but I've basically got 2 pi r squareds there, and another one there. I'm going to do 3 pi r squareds. Put my numbers in and get an answer. Can you try that one, please? So this one, the radius is 7. I don't need to work out the diameter, I don't need it. The surface area is 3 pi r squared, which is 3 times pi times 7 squared. 7 squared is 49, and times that by 3 is 147 pi. I can put that in my calculator. 147 times pi is 461.8 centimetres squared. So I don't have to write all of this out, I don't need to, I just need to know that. On a couple of the questions you'll have to be careful. So there will be some like this, there will be some like these, there will be some like this. There will also be some that have got an open top. So you won't need to add that pi r squared on, so it will just be the bottom, which is 2 pi r squared. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email.